Detroit and Minnesota, another game here, which we might find a blowout and we might find some points. Goff versus Cousins, Lions versus Vikings, 9.5s to 10s across the board, depending where you're shopping at, 49s, and I think it's appropriate price here. Now, you want to say last week, Kyle's like an anomaly because the Minnesota Vikings were rolling on offense. It's seemingly that Dalvin Cook is banged up and injured, sat out of practice yesterday. I didn't get any reports just yet of Dalvin Cook and his health status. But, boy, I would love to see him healthy versus a Detroit defense. And a lot of guys heal much quicker, Kyle, when they go up against teams like Detroit, because that is a game where you can compile stats. 2 wide receivers that should do damage against that weak secondary. A running game, even if it ends up to be not a healthy Dalvin Cook, and you're leaning on Madison, still should be able to do damage. Kirk Cousins over the first 3 weeks averaging 318 yards per game, then sunk versus the Browns. This one should be one of those games, Kyle, where he's able to step up to the plate and deliver. But also keep in mind, you can hate on Detroit all you want. We can laugh at them, and you don't think, Campbell's a good coach and you don't have a lot of talent. But this team still moves the football. The Chicago Bears on the road are a decent defense. They frustrated the hell out of the Cincinnati Bengals offense and then did it again versus Detroit, so to speak. But Detroit got in the red zone 5 times and only scored once. And I know we talked about it earlier today, Kyle. Sometimes it's just about when I miss on a team total, what do I say? Oh, man, I wish they would have scored that. No. Hey, they had 5 or 6 chances to cash in and didn't. I will live with that. It's the same thing when you look at a baseball game. Hey, last night, if you had the St. Louis Cardinals, they only scored 1 run. Well, they had 11 runners in scoring position and didn't get a base hit either time in that. You will take the chances over the result because over the long term, Kyle, that is what's going to produce from you. It's just getting chances at the plate. So if we're looking for Detroit in this game, I do think they score. My question, though, is as we wait out, I need to see the status of Dalvin Cook as we head towards it. But I have to say, if Minnesota here, just looking at Bet365, which is a 30.5 team total at -110, which means at Caesars or BetMGM, you could probably get that price around a 28.5 or 29. If I have a healthy Minnesota offense, they'll hit the 30-point marker this week.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that, but I'm going to go to the other side here. I'm glad you mentioned that. I know the Lions, had all those red zone mishaps, but they got to the red zone 6 times. They put up, over 400 yards of total offense. The Lions offense does not quit. They go for it on 4th downs. They throw the ball a ton. They throw it to their running backs. Jared Goff hasn't been abysmal, in between the 20s anyway, hasn't been as abysmal as we all expected here. And this Vikings defense is not very good. I know Cleveland only scored 11 points last week. We're talking about an offense without their number 1 wide receiver in Jarvis Landry. The quarterback's playing through some injury. They're just a boring, slow-paced team, so I don't take a lot of weight from that. What I do take a lot of weight from is both those defensive backs, Peterson and Breland, are being absolutely torched. We're in a controlled environment, in a dome. I know they're on the road here. I'm at BetMGM, team total over 17.5 for the Lions at -135. Now, if you're going to play to the 20, take them over 19.5, -110. I don't mind it either, but I can see a world where there's like 4 field goals kicked by the Lions and 1 touchdown.
They go for it a lot.
See, and they go so like 18s and 19s start to come into play a little bit with the Lions. Exactly. That's why I'm taking it at 17.5. Put that seal of approval up. I like this Detroit Lions team total. I think they get to 19 or 20 points this week. I'm taking the Lions team total over 17.5, -135. They can move it. They can score. That Vikings defense does not scare me, and they're going to have to score to hang out in this division game. So I'm going to take that Lions team total. In terms of picking a side here, I'm not taking Kirk Cousins in any scenario as a touchdown or more favorite. It's just not going to happen. I don't give a damn who he's playing. Should they win the game? Yes. Is it a decent teaser spot for the Vikings? I certainly think so. But for me, Lions team total over 17.5 makes a lot of sense, and we put the seal of approval on it.
There you go, and put the seal of approval as the Jets fly over on that one here, so I'll cover up here for the next couple seconds. A lot of these practice reports are coming back today. Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, practice limited. Giovanni Bernard is limited. Joe Mixon remains out, which is such a key number.